Hello, everyone, and welcome to Roundtable. I am Vinny Close, Assistant Council Commissioner for Roundtable Program and Support here in Great Trail Council, and we are happy that you've joined us tonight. We have a lot of information to share with you over the next hour like we always do. So, let's start like we always do with the Pledge of Allegiance, the Scout Law, and the Scout Oath. Presented this month, a new video by the girls from Troop 8115 in Canfield.
Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hi, this is Kinsley from Troop 8115. Please join me in the Scout Law. The Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
Hi, I'm Katie from Troop 8115, and I will be doing the oath. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, to obey the Scout Law, to help other people at all times, and to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight, too. Thank you.
All right, thank you, girls. Great job. We want scouts from your unit to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, the oath, and the law. If your unit is interested, let us know in the chat, and we'll contact you after the broadcast to make arrangements. We want to welcome those of you that have joined us online. We're happy that you've joined us. Now, to help us track attendance, share your unit number and city with us in the live chat. And if you have any questions during the broadcast, let us know, and we'll get them answered either in the chat or live on air. Our new Council Commissioner, John Judge, is standing by, ready to help. Welcome, John. Thanks for joining us on this broadcast. Now, if you have questions about something that you've seen during Roundtable, whether it's this episode or a previous one, or you just have a scouting question and you don't know who to ask, let us know. We have a very simple form that we've created. It goes directly to me to get your question or problem answered. Now, you can see the address right there on screen, gtcscouting.org/help, and we might even use your question in a future episode. Now, we also have a special announcement about our Roundtable Live broadcasts. They are now available in podcast form. Look for all of our episodes, including this one, wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. We're on all the major platforms: Apple, Spotify, Amazon, YouTube Music, and more. Just search for Great Trail Council. Now, before we get started tonight, we wanted to do a special shout out to one of our council's Eagle Scouts. We hear all the time as leaders how scouts and sports or band and scouts don't mix. Families will tell us that, well, now that their kid has started playing in sports or band, they have to drop out of scouting. We're here to tell you that that doesn't have to be the case. Thomas Remick, a 2021 Eagle Scout from Troop 513 in Brunswick, had both a successful sports career, earning Medina County High School Athlete of the Year honors while he was a senior in high school, and still staying active in his troop and earning Eagle Scout. He went on to play football as an offensive lineman, first for West Virginia, before finishing his career at Virginia Tech. And just this past April, hours after the NFL draft completed, he signed a free agent contract to continue his football career with the Minnesota Vikings in the NFL. We believe that Thomas is the first Eagle Scout from Great Trail Council to make it in the big leagues. So whenever you hear a family say that you can't do scouts and sports or you can't do band and scouts, feel free to tell them the story of Thomas and know that you can do both and do them well. And who knows, maybe someday you will get to be one of the few Eagle Scouts in the country to take their talents to the big show. Thomas, congratulations. You were in my troop. You got Eagle Scout with my son at the same time. I watched your journey all the way through scouts and sports. Congratulations. We can't wait to see you on the Vikings sidelines this fall. backing up and blocking for Kyler Murray and J.J. McCarthy. Again, congratulations and way to go. All right, first up tonight is our safety moment. And for this month, it's about what has quickly become one of the more popular ways to camp, hammock camping. We have it here in Great Trail Council. Out at Camp Stambaugh, the North Pines campsite is a hammock-only campsite. It's designed for units to go hammock camping. Now, this video from National Council, it's a little longer than our usual safety moments, but it's going to cover all of the fun of hammock camping. It really is a lot of fun, especially sleeping at night in a hammock. Those of you with back problems, you ought to try it sometime. Those back problems will go away. And we'll also talk about what you need to consider to stay safe. Let's take a look at that video.
Let's start with the cheer. When I say camping, you say tent. Camping.
Tent.
Camping.
Tent.
Wait, why does camping have to be in a tent? I know that's what we usually think of, and it's probably what most troops do. But have you ever considered hammock camping? Part of the fun of being outdoors is relaxing and having fun, and hammocks offer both. Some scouts and scouters find hammocks very comfortable and can be lightweight when backpacking. Many camping equipment manufacturers offer hammock-style tents to reduce the footprint or impact on the local area. However, hammocks are not without a risk. So whether you use one to hang out during the day or as the place to sleep at night, a hammock must be correctly and safely used. We can use the acronym SAFE to ensure proper use. Camping in hammocks require supervision from someone that knows how to use them. Hang the hammocks correctly. Ensure your scouts follow the manufacturer's instructions for maximum and minimum hanging distances. Depending on the type and manufacturer warnings, hammocks should be no more than 1.5 to 3 feet off the ground. This also means that hanging hammocks above one another is out. No hammock stacking. Hammocks are not a toy. Scouts must understand that misusing a hammock, such as standing in, spinning, or using it as a makeshift slingshot, can be hazardous for troop members. Assessing the trees or other anchors is critical to making sure your hammock doesn't collapse or damage the environment. Hang hammocks in a secure location, such as on live trees or solid posts. Never attach a hammock to any moving object, such as vehicle bumpers or trailers. Do not set up a hammock on dead trees or below branches that could fall on scouts. Keep in mind the leave no trace principles. Because hammocks are often tied to trees, we need to be careful with how they are connected to prevent damage to the trees and surrounding plant life. Straps at least 1 inch wide will cause less damage to the bark. Do not hang hammocks above or too close to water. Those using hammocks will need the fitness and balance to safely enter and exit the hammocks. The equipment ratings and limitations should be known and the environment must be monitored. Do not use hammocks that have frayed or damaged ropes, and do not put more weight into a hammock than the manufacturer recommends. Securely fasten and check all knots before getting into a hammock. Be sure the scouts take them down when they leave the campsite unattended, as they could be a hazard to wildlife. We also have a hazard tree and hammock safety moment you can access at this QR code. Now let's talk about some of the advantages and disadvantages of hammock camping. Depending on the weight of your tent, a hammock is often lighter and easier to carry in your pack. It can also double as a seat, so you may not need to pack a camp chair or stool. A hammock can be a comfy place to sit and enjoy nature, read a book, stargaze, and sleep. Most people find sleeping in a hammock more comfortable than on the ground because you don't have to worry about rocks, roots, or slopes. Others find it hard to sleep in a hammock. It's a good idea to try out your hammock near home to see if you like it. A campsite for a tent requires level, non-rocky ground, but for a hammock, all you need are two supports, the correct distance from each other. Even on a hillside or rocky terrain, it may be possible to hang a hammock. However, finding strong enough trees and the correct distances apart can sometimes be challenging. Other options include hammock stands or pre-installed hammock support. This can take additional planning and campsite research. Speaking of locations, be sure you check the rules and regulations at your intended destination. Some parks and campgrounds do not allow hammocks to be used. Hammocks can be set up with netting and a tarp, so bugs and rain shouldn't be more of an issue than a tent. Staying dry in the rain can be even easier because you are not on wet, soggy ground. Unlike a tent, a hammock requires no poles or ground tarps. However, should the troop need to wait out a storm, it might be a little more challenging to hang out together and play card games to pass the time. A hammock can keep you cooler in the summer heat due to enhanced airflow. If you know how to add the proper installation layers, you can hang out while staying toasty warm in cooler weather. Now it's your turn. Please discuss the questions on the screen, and thank you for all you do for Scouting.
All right, thank you, Garfield. Up next is our membership moment, and it is all of this month about the BSA Brand Center. So what is it? For more than 100 years, Scouting has been a symbol of adventure, excitement, and achievement. Scouting provides that once-in-a-lifetime experience that prepares the next generation for a lifetime of opportunity. It is a serious business that couldn't be more fun. Now, the national marketing team has created for all of us themes, design content, and marketing material to help us recruit and retain youth and adults in our units. Go ahead and take advantage of it. Head on over to the BSA Brand Center to find a multitude of resources to assist you in sharing the Scouting story. Here's some of the things that you'll find there. There is a marketing library, thousands of Scouting photos, insignia, stock photos, and social media content to use for promoting Scouting events and activities. All the graphics that you see in our broadcast came from the marketing library. When your comes to marketing your unit, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Feel free to use the pictures from the marketing library as you go to build your own library, or build your own pictures as long as you follow youth protection guidelines. There's also branding guidelines. The library contains a brand identity guide that contains all the tools that you need to craft messages and materials that resonate with today's families while keeping true to the Scouting America brand. There's also the membership and marketing hub that's there. The membership and marketing, they go hand in hand. Here you'll find instructional guides on how to host join nights, along with many other helpful best practices and how-to guides. This is also where they will keep the most up-to-date marketing and membership webinars, which include great recruitment ideas that you can use. There are also custom videos. You can use these for social media, commercials, informational meetings, and during presentations. You see a lot of those videos in our broadcast. We get a lot of them from these libraries. They are the perfect addition to any membership and marketing campaign, even at the unit level. And finally, there's testimonials. Testimonials can be incredibly powerful. You can check them out on the Membership and Marketing Hub and use them to help people understand why they should join Scouting. So, you see at the bottom of the screen there the address to get to the Brand Center. We also have a link to it in the show notes on our Roundtable webpage, which is at gtcscouting.org/roundtable. Now, in the coming months, we'll be focusing a lot of our membership moments on retention, as we need to ensure that we are doing what we can to keep the scouts and adults that we recruited. Trained leaders and a quality program go a long way to ensuring that scouts stay within the program. And we have to keep delivering on that promise that we gave them in that recruiting presentation. Well, it was a busy month in May at the National Annual Meeting in Dallas, and we have some important updates that we want to share with you. The first update is regarding the military family fee waiver. We've got a slide for that for you. Scouting America is committed to expanding access to scouting for military-connected youth with a military family fee waiver. It is funded through philanthropic efforts, and the national $85 National Youth Registration Fee has been waived for eligible military families through a verification and code process during online registration. Now, this waiver is only available for youth members who are either new or renewing with online registration. To be eligible, it is for youth in families with current service in active duty, the reserves, or the National Guard. Active duty is all the branches of the military, so Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Space Force, and also the Coast Guard. We did get clarification because there's been some questions about the Coast Guard. It does include the Coast Guard as well as reserves and anybody currently active in the National Guard. Now, how it works, the national fee will be reduced to $0. You will select Get the Military Discount Code. Once you go through that process, you'll receive the code, enter that code at checkout, and your national fee will be reduced to $0. Now, some things to remember. The local council fees, if there are any unit fees, and optional add-ons such as Scout Life Magazine, and any processing fees, they may still apply. And it's important to remember, this is only available for online registrations, not the paper registrations. You have to do it online to be able to take advantage of this. And it's for new and renewing members. If you want the official data on this, because we always get questions about where's the official source, we want to make sure that this is official and we're not just making this up. You can see there that you can go to our show notes at gtcscouting.org/roundtable, where we have a direct link to the official document that came from National covering this. Our second update is regarding updates that are coming to membership and unit renewals. We know that the current renewal system, with everyone renewing at different times throughout the year, has not been very popular. National listened, and they're admitting that they messed up. We're going back to the way that we did it before, but with some modifications. So here are the details. Scouting America announced an important change at the 2026 National Annual Meeting that will simplify the membership and unit renewals nationwide. By February of 2028, all members and all units will have a single common renewal month of February. Now, this change is in response to feedback from unit leaders, parents, and other scouters who asked for a simpler, more consistent renewal experience. So, some of the key updates, and this is, you can see in the slides here, but we want to make sure that we cover this. Beginning in September of 2026, so this year in September, all units that are due for renewal will renew to February of 2028. What that means for us in Great Trail Council, we renew our units in December. Other councils, you may have a different renewal date, but for Great Trail, we renew in December. What that means is that when we renew our units this coming December, we will be doing a 14-month renewal of the unit. We will be renewing the unit until February of 2028. That means that the $100 is going to be a little more because it's going to be prorated. It'll probably be $115 or $120. So you want to start making plans for that now. That's going to be prorated for 14 months instead of the normal 12 months. All memberships and unit charters will have a common renewal month of February by 2028. We will be taking care of that in Great Trail in December of this year. Member renewals. This is also what's important with the member renewal. They will return to unit control. Now, if a unit does not renew a member, that individual member may renew themselves after the unit only period closes. So there will be a period of time where the unit can renew members. After that period is up, the individual will then have the opportunity to renew their membership. The other thing of note is that by the end of December of this year, the 60-day grace period will be going away. Normally, if we were to let our individual or our unit renewals lapse, you still had a 60-day grace period in which to renew. That will be going away by the end of the year. So, to support the transition in 2026 and 2027, as we mentioned before, beginning in September of 2026, new and renewing units will use the standard charter fee plus a prorated fee through February of 2028. Again, for Great Trail Council, that means our unit renewals that we'll be doing in December will be for 14 months. Now, there are no changes on the member renewals for new and renewing members through 2026. So for those of us that have a member renewal that will be coming up sometime between now and the end of the year, we will renew our membership just as normal this year. Then when it comes time again in 2027 to do that, whatever time it is, we will be doing a prorated renewal to take us to February, so that by February of 2028, everybody, units and members, will be on the same renewal schedule, February of each year. Now, unit leaders, you should be watching for updates from your local council, as additional guidance and implementation details might vary from council to council during this transition period. Again, it all is going to depend on when your units do your renewal. We know some councils renew in October, some renew in March. It's pretty much across the board nationwide as far as when you renew. Not everybody renews in December like we do here in Great Trail. Now, there are significant operational changes. These are significant operational changes designed to reduce complexity and create a more streamlined experience for volunteers, families, and councils alike. Remember, National listened. They knew we didn't like this. They're admitting that, hey, we screwed up. We'll take it back, but we're going to make it so that we're not having to do these renewals during Christmas and New Year's. That was always something that caused us, at least in Great Trail, to pull our hair out trying to get everything done, also having to deal with the holidays and vacations and things like that. We'll be moving out of February for that. Okay, time now for our first of two hot topics for tonight, and it is about the impact and importance of the patrol method. As you'll hear in this video, Baden-Powell once said that the patrol method isn't just a way of doing scouting, it's the only way. Garfield Murden, the National Director for Scouts BSA, is here to present us with this month's video.
Lord Baden-Powell, the founder of Scouting, said, "The patrol system is not one method in which scouting can be carried on. It is the only method. In order to truly achieve the aims of the scouting program to their fullest, the patrol method must be at the center of the troop's operation." In his Aids to Scoutmastership, Baden-Powell writes, "The patrol system is the one essential feature in which scout training differs from that of all other organizations, and where the system is properly applied, it is absolutely bound to bring success. It cannot help itself. The formation of the scouts into patrols of 6 to 8 and training them as separate units, each under its own responsible leader, is the key to a good troop. The patrol is always the unit of scouting, whether for work or for play, for discipline or for duty. An invaluable step in character training is to put responsibility on the individual. Your troop should understand the patrol method gives real responsibility to as many scouts as possible, Each patrol member learns they have a definite responsibility for the good of the troop. Scouts BSA Scouters must remember the troop is not divided into patrols, but rather is comprised of patrols. The patrols, through the Patrol Leaders Council, plan and conduct the troop program. Within the patrol, the scout learns to work with others as a team and has a chance to be a participating citizen. Being in a patrol will be the first time most young people have to rely upon themselves and others to follow an array of necessary steps to satisfy an objective that requires a wide range of life skills, like promoting personal fitness. Like any team, a patrol will function well only as long as all particular responsibilities pertaining to the completion of a task are carried out successfully. Because of its size, this gives every member an opportunity to participate, and this in itself results in some positive outcomes. Contributing to the patrol success provides a welcoming sense of belonging, of being appreciated, and a feeling of competency resulting in better self-esteem. As a scouter in your troop, you might have your Patrol Leaders Council and fellow scouters look at the way your troop is structured regarding patrol formation. Your troop should decide which concept works best for them. Example of patrols are mixed-age patrols and same-age patrols. A mixed-age patrol is made up of scouts of all ages and ranks. Each patrol always has members who needs to learn scouting skills and members who are able to teach those skills. Each patrol also has experienced leaders and members who will need leadership experience. These patrols are fairly evenly matched for games and skill competitions. With this concept, all members do not age out at the same time. Same-age patrols consist of new scout patrols, regular patrols, and older scout patrols. The new scout patrol is made up of youth who just became scouts. The troop guide works closely with the elected patrol leader along with an assistant scoutmaster. The regular patrols in your troop normally consist of scouts who have earned the rank of first class or higher. Members of a regular patrol have similar interests and abilities. They enjoy spending time together and may well be friends outside of scouting. Ideally, they have chosen to be in the same patrol. A new scout should join a regular patrol if there are not enough newcomers to form a new scout patrol, or if they were invited to join the troop by an older buddy. Older scout patrols serve those scouts who want to pursue more challenging high-adventure outings and sport activities while remaining in the troop. These scouts often have a been-there, done-that attitude, so their patrol activities offer them new challenges while keeping them involved in troop leadership. You might think of the older scout patrol as a safety valve. This concept can be very helpful if you have older scouts who may not be interested in engaging your younger scouts during troop meetings and activities, or if you have a retention problem. When deciding which patrol structure will work best for your troop, remember, an invaluable step in character training is to put responsibility on the individual. Only by allowing the scouts to succeed or fail on their own can they understand the importance of being responsible for their actions. Okay, please take the remainder of this breakout session to discuss the questions on the screen. Thanks for watching, and Scout on.
All right, thank you, Garfield. Before we go on, we've got some changes that are coming to the Sea Scouts Advancement Program that we wanted to share with you. Let's take a look at that. Sea Scout Advancement updates will take effect on July 1st. The previous requirements will expire on June 30th, 2026, and the updated version will be available once it reaches production systems. Some of the key changes include that lifeguard certification has been removed as a quartermaster advancement requirement and has been moved to a level 3 elective. Nautic Ed has been added as a new elective level option with level 1, level 2, and level 3 pathways. And the advancement alignment has been clarified. Ordinary scouts may complete only level 1 activities. Able scouts may complete only level 2 electives, and quartermaster candidates may complete only level 3 electives. Now, these updates continue to modernize the Sea Scout advancement program while creating clearer progression paths and expanded opportunities for skills development. All right, time now for our second hot topic, and it is on the topic of engaging troop meetings. Campouts may be the highlight of the scouting program, but it's the weekly troop meetings that hold the troop together. This video will give you ideas, tips, and tricks for help to make your troop meetings more engaging. Angelique Minette, National Scouts BSA committee member and super volunteer, is here with this video presentation.
Hello and welcome to this month's Roundtable. Campouts are often the highlight of troop activities, but it's the weekly troop meeting that holds a Scouts BSA troop together. The troop meeting is where Scouts develop the useful and relevant skills they need for successful adventures and personal growth. But these lessons need not be dry or boring. Scouting is a game with a purpose. Well-run troop meetings can be engaging, entertaining, and fun. Scouts should leave a troop meeting feeling excited about scouting and eager to come back for more. As a youth-led organization, Scouts are the people planning and running the troop meetings. Our job as adult volunteers is to set them up for success in this task. Some experienced Scouts may not need much support to plan engaging meetings. Others will need significant help as they learn. Fortunately, there are many wonderful resources to help both you and your Scouts succeed in planning engaging troop meetings. The Troop Leader Guidebook is an excellent resource for adult volunteers to learn how to best help Scouts plan their meetings and is a good place to start. However, almost all of the BSA's resources for planning great troop meetings can be found on the Troop Leader resource page on troopleader.scouting.org. On this page, there are resources for both the youth leadership and the adult volunteers, and we'll explore some of them in a moment. The first step in planning an engaging troop meeting is to hold regular Patrol Leaders Councils, or PLCs. This is where the youth leadership develops the troop's plans for each month. If your troop needs to polish up their skills on running an effective PLC, Introduction to Leadership Skills for Troops, or ILST, can be found here at this website and is a great place to start with your troop for more information. During the PLC, Scouts develop their upcoming meeting plans with the Troop Meeting Planning Worksheet, conveniently found on the Troop Leader resource page. This worksheet helps the youth leadership team organize effective and fun troop meetings for the following month. The worksheet is organized in a series of activities intended to keep the Scouts moving, engaged, and interested in the meeting. We start with the pre-opening. The pre-opening is a fun activity the Scouts can join in as they arrive before the opening ceremony. Next is the opening ceremony, and it's led by the Senior Patrol Leader, which marks the official start of the troop meeting. There are many options for an opening ceremony. They can be as simple as posting the colors or be a bit more formal with candles and readings. Afterwards, the Senior Patrol Leader has the troop's attention for a brief announcements. Next comes the group instruction portion of the meeting. This is a special presentation, a demonstration, or introduction of a new skill of interest to the whole troop, which can be brief or be the main focus of the whole meeting. Skills instruction follows the group instruction. This is where the Scouts divide into smaller groups. The Scouts in your troop are generally of different ages and at different levels of skill. To meet their needs best, we can separate them into groups based on their level of proficiency. For example, if your troop working on bicycling skills for an upcoming 50-mile ride, the group of scouts with less experience might work on learning to change tires and tubes. A group proficient in the basics might work on learning about and planning a training program for the trip. And a group of scouts with advanced bicycling skills might work on a gear storage system for the road bikes. Following skills instructions are breakout groups. This is time for patrols to plan their operations for upcoming activities, like menu plans and assigning patrol members to specific tasks. After patrol breakout groups, it's time for a game or a challenge. Games can simply serve as a moment to relax and have some fun together, but they can also be an opportunity for a team-building activity or to put scout skills into action. Finally, it's time to wrap up the action-packed meeting. The Scoutmaster may take a moment to present a brief story or reflection, often called a Scoutmaster Minute. In a well-run unit, this may be the only time the Scoutmaster addresses the scouts during the meeting. Afterwards, the SPL ends the meeting with a closing ceremony and briefly meets with the Patrol Leaders Council to review how the troop meeting went. They might also go over plans for the next meeting. Each of these components are an important part of a fun, engaging, and effective troop meeting. Putting together each component every week may seem like an overwhelming task for an inexperienced scout. As adult volunteers, we can set our scouts up for success by providing them resources and guidance. The first place to look is this website. From here, you can click on Troop Meeting Agenda. This is where they can find the troop planning worksheet, plus descriptions and ideas for each component of a meeting, including many games, skills, and ceremonies. The next area to explore is Program Features. In this section, a scout can find 48 themed modules with full meeting plans. There are a mix of topics, everything from outdoor activities to STEM to arts and hobbies to explore. Each module provides full, pre-written troop planning worksheets and guides, which are especially helpful for scouts new to planning their own meetings. This resource is also available in a 3-volume print version at your local scout shop or at scoutshop.org. While the Troop Resources page and the Program Features Guide are packed with wonderful troop meeting resources, your scouts are not limited to them. Scouts can use the basic framework of the meeting plan worksheets to customize their meetings. Adult leaders should review the PLC's plan for health and safety, but encourage and support scouts to plan meetings they find enjoyable. Please use the additional time to discuss the questions on screen, and thank you for all you do for scouting.
All right, thank you, Angelique. Let's take a look now at the upcoming events. We've got quite a few events coming up, and we want to make sure that you've got all of these on your calendar. First up, Scouts BSA range and target activities. These have already started. They will be running through October 11th out of Camp Manitowoc. This is one of the free adventure programs. There are 4 disciplines to choose from. You get to pick 2 of them that are being offered. That is rifle, shotgun, archery, and tomahawks. Again, you'll be doing 2 of those 4 disciplines. The 2026 Summer Camp Pre-Camp Leaders Meeting, that is coming up this Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon out at Camp Manitowoc in the dining hall. It's either going to be in the dining hall or downstairs in the Lewis Conference Center. Hopefully in the Lewis Conference Center because it's air conditioned. But it will be out there. We're asking that every troop that is attending, if you could please send at least one person from your unit. You do need to register online for that. You can go to our calendar to do that registration. There is going to be a virtual option offered later for those of you that are out of council and not able to come up to Peninsula this Saturday. Also, this Sunday, June 8th, is the pre-camp swim check. You can take your swim test before day camp, overnight camp, and Scouts BSA summer camp. So that way you don't have to do it on the first day that you're out there. This is Sunday from 1 to 4. It is free, but you do need to register online. You're registering for a 30-minute time slot. The 1 p.m. time slot is already filled. So the other thing that you need to do for that is you must bring parts A and B of your medical form with you as part of that check-in process. Some events that are coming up later down the road. Soaring Eagle District, if you're in that district, the Great Outdoor Cooking Expo will be back for year 3. That is September 28th at Medina Square. It will be part Dutch Oven Cook-Off as well as an opportunity for We Blow an Arrow of Light Scouts to come out and visit and check out all the troops in the area. Marnock Lodge, your fall fellowship for the Order of the Arrow is going to be coming up on October 9th to the 11th at Camp Butler. And Soaring Eagle District is going to be hosting the Bigfoot Hike and Seek Challenge. It is back for year 3. It is October 18th out at Camp Manitowoc. Now, Soaring Eagle District is going to be hosting it, but it is open to all units, all program levels, council-wide. It is a age-specific hike and a little bit of scavenger hunt seeking that you'll be doing. There are prizes and some snacks that are going to be offered at the end of your run. So tigers and wolves and lions, you might only do a quarter-mile hike or a half-mile hike, whereas Scouts BSA and the older kids, you might do a 5 to 8 mile hike. It's a lot of fun, a lot of great competition. Everybody's going to get a medal at the end of it. Go ahead and check it out. It does cost $10 to participate, and you can do the sign up. You can see there the registering at gtcscouting.org/calendar-events. We have some Scouts BSA merit badge workshops coming up this year in each of our districts, as well as a council-wide college. So let's take a look at these free events. Soaring Eagle District. Steve, if you could widen that out just a little bit so that I can see it a little bit better. Drag just below where it says sources. Move your mouse down a little bit. Now don't drag that. Drag the whole, make the whole monitor bigger. Right there. There, yes. There we go. Thank you. All right. Soaring Eagle District, they're hosting a merit badge workshop on September 19th from 9 to 4 p.m. at Medina United Methodist Church. They're going to be offering the 3 citizenship merit badges, Community, Nation, and World. Canal District, they're going to be doing artificial intelligence, chess, sit in the nation, and fingerprinting. That is on October 3rd from 9 to 2 at Firestone United Methodist Church. Standby District, they're going to be offering fire safety and scouting heritage, also on October 3rd from 9 to 5 out at Camp Stambaugh. And Crooked River District, the badges that they're going to be offering, they're still working on finalizing that, so they don't have any to announce just yet. But we have a date and a location. It is on October 10th from 8 to 4 at Kent United Church of Christ. And then council-wide, there is going to be a Manitowoc Merit Badge College. They're going to be offering many more merit badges than what is on the list right now, but we know for certain that it's going to be electricity, plumbing, surveying, traffic safety, veterinary medicine, and welding. A lot of those, you can notice, they are building trades badges, so they will be offered at the new Skilled Trades Education Center that opened a couple months ago. That is going to be on October 24th from 8 to 5 at Camp Manitowoc. Now, you can sign up for any of these at all. It doesn't have to be the ones that are only being offered in your district. And you can see the registration there is at scoutingevent.com. All right. Finally, we have one more summer activity that we want to let you know about, and that is all of the fun scout nights that are coming up this summer at the ballpark. The professional baseball teams in Northeast Ohio are hosting Scout Nights this summer with all sorts of cool activities for scouts and families of all ages and program levels. It's not just for Cub Scouts, with some of them including an overnight camping experience. We can see where they are. Our Cleveland Guardians, they've already had one on May 31st. The next one is coming up on July 31st. There are discounted tickets available, a pregame on-field parade around the warning track, and you'll also get a commemorative patch. The Akron Rubber Ducks over here in Akron at what is formerly Canal Park, that is on July 10th, and you can contact the team about some discounted group tickets for that event. The Lake Erie Crushers, the independent team out in Avon, they have 2 scout nights on June 19th and August 7th. There is a pregame on-field parade, fireworks after the ball game. You get to camp out overnight in the outfield after the game. You can see that photograph there of kind of what it looks like. And they will also show a movie on the scoreboard after the game, as well as a commemorative patch. Be sure to bring your glove. You can play catch in the outfield. It's a lot of fun. Finally, the Mahoning Valley Scrappers. They've recently just added a date. That is the team that is out in Niles, out at Eastwood Field, in the parking lot of Eastwood Mall. We have a date for July 31st. We don't yet have any details beyond that, so check with the Scrappers as it gets closer to that date to find details. If they do what they've done in the past, it's going to be same as they're doing for the other teams. There'll be an on-field parade, a patch, overnight camp, probably a movie on the scoreboard as well. The Lake County Captains, they have not announced anything yet, but they have in the past, so that's why we've got it on here. That's the minor league ball club out in Eastlake. And again, they've also done similar things in the past with overnight campouts on the outfield, movie night, commemorative patch, those sorts of things. You can check out all of that stuff at manitoc.org to get all the details. We also have in the show notes links to the ticket package for both the Cleveland Guardians and the Lake Erie Crushers. Special sign-up packages for that. You can get the link right in our show notes. If you like to travel, there are some other teams a little further away that are also offering scout nights. You can contact those teams to find the details, but we know the Columbus Clippers, the Guardians AAA ball club, they're having a scout night. The Toledo Mud Hens, they're the AAA ball club for the Detroit Tigers. The Erie Seawolves, they're the AA ball club for the Tigers. They play the Rubber Ducks out in Erie. They're doing a scout night, as well as the Detroit Tigers up at Comerica Park. They're doing a scout night as well. You can go online, go to those team websites, and check out all of those details. If you're a troop or just an individual, you like to go do some traveling to ballparks throughout the summer and check out those. All right. Before we take a look at the training dates, we want to tell you about an exciting new contest here in Great Trail Council. Now, since this was just made official last night, those of you watching right now, you're going to be the first to hear and see the details. The current Great Trail Council script, that's this patch that we all have on our uniforms. It's been the official council strip for our council for almost 50 years. And it is time for an updated patch that will reflect the great history of the council and will be an eye-catching design. The challenge for all of you is, can you create a design that will stand the test of time? We've got a picture of what the current patch looks like. You can see it right there. That is what our current patch is. That actually is the gateway entrance, the old entrance that used to be there at Camp Manitoc. That's what you see there with the stockade fences and gates, with the background of the fall trees and all of that. That's what we are going to be looking to make changes to. So the challenge is, this is open to all youth and young adult members in Great Trail Council who are not older than 20 years old. So 20 years and younger are who is eligible to make a design. You can go into our show notes and you can download this form here. You can download a PDF of it, download as many as you want for your unit, and fill out the design. You're going to fill out your name and information at the bottom, and then you'll turn it in for submission. Some of the things that have to be included in the design, we want the design to represent and reflect the entire council visually. We've got a list of all the counties that are covered by that, but we don't want it to just be, let's say, the Goodyear blimp. We want to make sure that we're somehow incorporating everything that there is that's great about this area where our council is. The artwork must include the name Great Trail Council. That is a national requirement. All CSPs have to have the council name in the patch. And it also must have the fleur-de-lis. Now, what you shouldn't include in the design: don't include any copyrighted material or images. These are not Jamboree patches. These are our standard patch, so we can't have anything copyrighted in the patch design. Avoid small words or writing because that really doesn't reproduce well when we go to embroider this. And you don't want to have a lot of small images with lots of detail because, again, the embroidery process, that's not going to look really well. The deadline for submission is November 2nd of this year. We're going to be assembling an entire committee of both youth and adults that will review all of the designs. We're hoping to have more youth than adults on this committee. We've already got a young adult that's going to be chairing this committee. They're going to take what are hopefully hundreds and hundreds of designs and whittle them down to a few, and then we'll put it out to everybody's vote to see which of those designs you want to go on our new standard Great Trail Council shoulder patch. The new council strip, whichever one is ultimately selected, is going to be revealed at the Great Trail Council banquet on March 7th of 2027. And if your design is the winning patch design, you will earn all the members of your unit their first official new council strip patch. That's for free for coming up with the winning design. So again, go out to our website. You can download this form on there. It's also going to be available in the handicraft area this summer at summer camp. There will be copies available in the trading post at summer camp, and it will also be in the Scout shop here at the Scout store in Stowe. So lots of opportunities. Put your creative thinking caps on, and let's see what we can come up with for a new council shoulder patch. All right. Up next, we want to share the calendar of upcoming training to make sure that you have them on your unit calendars to save the date. First up is Den Chief training. We need Den Chiefs. Your packs need Den Chiefs, and we need to make sure that your scouts are available as Den Chief. If they need training, that's going to be offered every week on Friday mornings during our Scouts BSA Summer Camp at Camp Manitowoc. It's free. If any of your scouts are interested in being a Den Chief, or they already are a Den Chief and they haven't taken the training, here's the perfect opportunity for them to do that. We also have NRA Basic Shotgun Instructor Training. That's going to be coming up August 21st to the 23rd at Camp Manitowoc. It's $50 to participate. Now, the number of days that you will need to go depends on whether you are taking the instructor training, or if you want to be a range master, course director, or if you're just doing a renewal of an existing training that is expiring or has expired. That's going to determine how many days you're going to sign up for. That's all in the registration information when you go to sign up. It's going to be again offered at Camp Manitowoc. Also at Camp Manitowoc is NRA Basic Rifle Instructor Training. It's going to be September 25th through the 7th at Camp Manitowoc, and again, also $50 for that. Same rules as it is for the shotgun training. The number of days that you'll need to do is going to depend on what level you want to do. If you want to be range master, run the range at any range or target activity events at Camp Manitowoc, you're going to need to make sure that you've taken this NRA training. That is a requirement from the council as well as national in the range and target manual. Our College of Commissioner Science, the 39th annual College of Commissioner Science. For those of you that are commissioners, either unit commissioners, district commissioners, or council commissioners like I am, that is going to be on September 26th. It is going to be at a new location this year. It is at Lifestone Ministries in Medina. It's right off I-71. It is the new facility that Soaring Eagle District Commissioner Craig Robleski runs. He's graciously going to be hosting us out there. We're going to be happy to be out there. So if you're a commissioner, be sure to save that date and go sign up. Is registration available now, Steve? Do we know? It should be. Okay, if you want to go and sign up, you should be able to go and do that right now. It is a very big event. We typically get commissioners to come to our commissioner college from all over the area. Last year, I think we had commissioners from 5 or 6 different councils besides Great Trail that participate because we put on such a quality program at our College of Commissioner Science. IOLS training, Introduction to Outdoor Leadership Skills. This is coming up on October 16th and 17th at Camp Manitowoc. It is free. This is the outdoor portion of the Scoutmaster and Assistant Scoutmaster training. It is the only training that you cannot take online. It is also going to be offered during Manitowoc Scouts BSA Summer Camp this summer. All 5 weeks. It will be offered out there. So if you need to take this, you haven't done it yet, here's your opportunity to do so. And again, if you're a Scoutmaster in Great Trail Council, you need to make sure that you have this completed by December 11th. We're going to be talking about this in a couple of minutes, but this is important. If you have not taken it yet, you need to by December 11th. Finally, University of Scouting, our big supplemental training event for the entire council. It's going to be November 7th at Walsh Jesuit High School. The registration is going to open up a little later this month. This is for all leaders at all levels and all abilities. We'll have all sorts of different training available this year. There are going to be some new tracks that are going to be offered. A lot of new classes are going to be offered. So look forward to that and make sure that you have that date reserved. And again, you can register online for all of these events. You can see at the address on your screen, gtcscouting.org/calendar-events. All right, we have a slide that we want to share with everyone regarding an update to our council's training requirements. We talked a second ago about the training that is needed for Scoutmasters. So as you can see, this has actually been a policy that's been in effect for a couple of years, but we haven't been enforcing it. It is now going to be enforced starting in 2026. As you can see there, for 2026, all unit leaders and committee chairs, or what is also known as the Key 2, must be fully trained by unit renewal on or before December 11th, 2026. That is the committee chair, Cub Master, Scoutmaster, Venture Crew Advisor, Sea Scout Skipper, and Explorer Post Advisor. All of you must have all of your position-specific training completed. Some of you might need to redo hazardous weather, so you might want to check your training and make sure that that is what you're not missing. 23% of our Key 2 currently in Great Trail Council need to have this training. So if you don't know if it's you, go out to my.scouting, check and see if that is you and that you need to get that training done. Your unit will not be able to renew if this training has not been completed. Now, in 2027, we're expanding the training a little more. All direct contact leaders must be fully retrained by on or before December 10th of 2027. So that covers all of the unit leaders as well as den leaders, assistant Cub Masters, assistant Scout Masters, and all of the assistants. So assistant crew advisor, the Sea Scout mate, and the associate advisor for Explorer posts. That's in 2027. All of those direct contact people need to have their position-specific training done by December of 27. The good thing is, with the exception of IOLS, all of it is available online. You don't have to wait to take it in person unless you want to. You can take it all online. Finally, for 2028, all committee members, PAC committee, troop committee, crew, Sea Scout ship, all of the committee members must be fully trained by December of 2028. Same thing again as the others. It's all online. Just make sure that everybody is trained. And your unit will not be able to renew if any of your members that need to take the training are missing it. Okay. Our next activity is going to be district program kickoffs that will be happening in August. Look for details on those in-person events that will be happening in each district in your weekly district email newsletters or in the council's monthly Trail Tales newsletter. Our next Cub Scout Roundtable will be on Thursday, September 3rd. We take July off. And our next Scouts BSA Roundtable will be on Thursday, 1st. Again, we skip August because of the in-person kickoff events that will be happening in August. It's all going to be happening right here, beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern on YouTube Live. And don't forget, all of our episodes are now available as podcasts. Look for them wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. And don't forget that all of the slides, videos, and notes from tonight's broadcast, they're available right now in the show notes on our website at gtcscouting.org/roundtable. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. I want to thank everyone who helped behind the scenes. I want to thank Steve Myers and John Judge for working behind the scenes. To close out tonight, we have a special Independence Day video from Roger Crone, Chief Scout Executive. We are 1 month away today from celebrating our country's 250th birthday. This video is hopefully going to help get you in that semi-quincentennial spirit, I believe is the name for the 250th anniversary. Feel free to use this video in your social media and other promotions. We have a link to it in the show notes. And we will finish like we always do, with a message for all of our adult volunteers, the true backbone of Scouting, and share some words with you that we truly do not say enough. Thank you for all you do for Scouting. We'll see you on the trail. Good night, everyone.
Hello from one of Scouting America's high adventure bases. We're here in the Florida Keys about to go on a scuba expedition. But before we do, the crew and I have a shout out for you, your family, and friends. Happy 4th of July!